Watch this free, valuable presentation to the end today, while you still can.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stuart Cantor, Ph.D., and I'm actually a husband and a father, a scientist and a thoroughly peaceful fellow who loves good food. But when diabetes nearly claimed my wonderful wife, I was driven to discover the 4 lies fueling the diabetes epidemic that the FDA doesn't want you to know about, enabling me to save Frida's sight and her life while we both dropped some pesky pounds. Lies that enraged me, and I think they'll enrage you too, because diabetes is only half of the diabetes epidemic. And of the more than 29 million Americans, almost 1 in 10 with diabetes, 95% with type 2 diabetes, 1 in 4 diabetics, perhaps even you, don't know it. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, and many don't know that either, or think it's harmless, when it's deadly dangerous. And unless they take action, between 15 and 30% of all people with prediabetes will develop type 2 within 5 years, while 1 in 3 of us can expect to have type 2 diabetes by 2050. Now, those little numbers that you're already seeing are footnotes to absolutely trustworthy sources like the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and some of the world's finest research institutions. Making this valuable presentation so important, you'll always remember today as the day you decided to live a healthier, happier life. If you'll let me ask you a simple question, because I don't want to waste your time. Literally millions of Americans will lose their legs, or sight, or kidneys, and years of their lives to diabetes every year, while spending thousands and thousands of dollars on medications with nasty side effects, including weight gain, that never touch the underlying cause. Do you want that for yourself and your loved ones? Because I'm going to reveal to you a clinically proven way to feel better and look better. Most people can start seeing life-changing results in just 10 days, and it takes just about 10 minutes a day doing things you already do. That's how easy it is. Because this is not magic, and it's not miraculous. Above all, it doesn't mean giving up your favorite sweet treats, because it's science you can use today, right now, to add literally years to your life and joyous, vibrant life to your years, while slashing your medical bills if you want to. However, you deserve to know who I am and how I know this. Some of it is sorta embarrassing. Again, I'm Stuart Cantor, and I have a Ph.D. in pharmaceutical science from the University of Maryland, a degree offered by only about 45 universities in the United States and Canada. I'm a former pharmaceutical research scientist for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, and currently, I'm a principal scientist for a pharmaceutical company. Yet, I started my professional life with a B.S. in clinical nutrition management, the science of using the healing power of food. I have more than a decade of experience as a successful, well-respected natural product formulator for effective supplements, as well as the tremendous honor of working on drugs that save people's lives. But drugs have side effects, so the more drugs you take, the more side effects you experience. So you take more drugs to manage those side effects, which have their own side effects. Which is why you're better off needing as few drugs as possible, and no drug can ever replace the natural healing power of food. However, if you think healthy food means bland, boring, or unsatisfying, you're in for a delightful surprise, because I'm about to embarrass myself right now. This is me and Frida, who, as you can see, is very cute and kinda shy. Unretouched. Yes, we're height, weight appropriate, and in perfect metabolic health. And yes, even though we both work out to burn stress, we're also pretty normal, because we love good food. The gym, not so much. Probably just like you. So we're living proof you and your family don't have to give up anything. Spend a fortune on groceries, be a gourmet cook with a fancy kitchen, or do intense exercise to enjoy fantastic health and fantastic food, including decadent desserts. Because as a dad with kids who inherited my sweet tooth, I know that's important. In fact, you can join the hundreds of thousands of people all over the world who have defeated diabetes without giving up anything, except maybe the veggies that make you fat. Does that sound too bad? Yes, you can swap those fattening veggies and the high blood sugar and the high blood pressure and bad cholesterol numbers that usually come with the pounds they pile on you for crisp, lightly salted zucchini chips and buttery avocado dip. Because wonderful things can happen when you do. This is just one of the emails my inbox is stuffed with. I know it's science, but it feels like magic. I've struggled with my blood sugar and weight for my entire life, and I was developing high blood pressure. I've lost several family members to diabetes, and I expected to join them. Nothing I did worked, until the sugar detox solution and a few supplements to correct some deficiencies. For the first time ever, I've lost weight, 39 pounds in 4 months. No hunger, and I feel fantastic. I can ride a bike again. My numbers are good and getting better. I look better. I sleep through the night. I concentrate better at work. I'm calmer and nicer. You know that magic pill that lets you lose weight and turns back the clock while eating food you enjoy? My doctor said, you found it. Karen M., 37, Champaign, Illinois. It's a fact that the standard American diet is high in sugar, salt, and toxic fats, and low in everything else, including buttery, healthy fats, like those in the avocado dip, that taste great, that make you feel full, so you're less hungry, less often, while repairing muscle cells so your body can burn fat faster. Win-win. So prepare to be infuriated by the lies I'm going to reveal to you, along with the secret of decadent desserts and the scientific secret of painless weight loss. Sugar lie number 4. Officially, diabetes is the 7th leading cause of death in the United States. Unofficially, a critical new study in the PLOS1, one of the world's most important scientific journals, establishes diabetes as the number 3 killer of Americans, right below cancer and heart disease. This is what we call a lie of omission, because this incredibly disturbing fact is not being shouted from the rooftops. Perhaps that's because the direct medical cost of diabetes were $245 billion a year in 2013. And thanks to the giant pharmaceutical companies raising their prices, you can now spend more than $400 for a single vial of insulin. And that money doesn't cover the pain and suffering, the lost years, and the lost joy because type 2 diabetes causes diabetic retinopathy, the leading cause of adult-onset blindness, in at least 35 to 40% of all type 2 diabetics. Causes foot ulcers in at least 1 out of every 10 type 2 diabetics, and 24%, or almost 1 out of 4, of these sufferers will require an amputation. Causes kidney failure in between 10 and 30% of type 2 diabetics. Slashes up to 10 years off your life. Means you have the same risk of a heart attack and dying of heart disease, the number 1 killer of Americans, as someone who has already had a heart attack. Doubles your chance of stroke, the number 5 killers of Americans. Dramatically raises your risks of developing cancer, the number 2 killer of Americans. And if it can strike even a nurse married to a pharmaceutical scientist, practically no one is safe. Which is why I'm towing the line of what I can legally say. Crossing it is a crime, but I can invite you to look across and judge for yourself. Because how dare the big food and pharma companies hide how easily you can free yourself from diabetes, from the tyranny of painful needle pricks, from the burden of expensive pills and shots, from the terror of losing your kidneys, your limbs, your sight, your mind, from the horror of financial destitution and personal disability caused by the heart disease and cancer that go hand in hand with diabetes, as well as all the pounds diabetes packs on you, crushing your body and soul. How dare they hide from you? How easily and simply you can enjoy the radiant good health and natural good looks, the boundless energy that's possible when you free yourself from diabetes, the wonderful soul-lifting freedom from fear when you eliminate so much unnecessary sickness and suffering, and the peace of mind that comes when you slash your medical bills. You see, When I learned diabetes was destroying my wife, our children's mother, and my dearest friend, I was terrified. I'll never forget the afternoon I came home to a house so deathly quiet I froze on my threshold. Sorrow seeping slowly like muddy water beneath the front door, and my blood running cold in my veins. Because Frida's normally a happy, cheerful woman who loves music. Yet I found her sitting silent at the kitchen table, a cup of tea untouched before her. "I'm diabetic," she said. I froze. Just a year ago, even though her blood sugar and weight, especially around her belly, had been inching up the way it always seems to, she'd been fine. Perfectly fine. Yet, diabetes runs in her family. And obesity, even though she's far from obese, because diabetes and obesity grow from the same root. Her mother has type 2 diabetes. Her aunt died of type 2, and those are just the folks we know about. Because diabetes is far deadlier than conventional wisdom says, as I'll reveal. And then it got worse. Frida said, "I have a prescription for insulin. I need to start immediately." I looked down and saw my hand shaking. This is fast, I thought. Frida had been told, "Go on insulin now and lose weight, even though insulin can cause weight gain, and eat less, even though she was always hungry, and exercise more, even though she had barely any energy at all," which we thought was normal, and if that sounds familiar, you'll discover why. In short, she'd been told to do everything she was supposed to do thanks to loads of disinformation by Big Food and Big Pharma. I was starting to breathe just a little easier because I thought I'd heard the worst. When Frida said, "Stu, my eye exam, that blurriness, it's not me getting older. It's diabetic retinopathy. My sugar levels are already damaging my eyes. No matter what I do, I have to plan for blindness because diabetes always gets worse." When you realize the person you love most in the world, the person your kids love, isn't just gaining weight she doesn't want, weight that hurts every joint of her body, isn't just facing the pain and inconvenience of blood sugar readings, but the end of her life as she knows it, her ability to provide for herself and her family and her community, maintain her independence, enjoy her hobbies, even see the people she loves, you just want to crumble, to curl up and howl and beg and beat your head against the floor. Yet, because I saw Frida's terror stark on her face, I grasped for calm with every fiber of my being. Even though I wanted to scream, "That's a lie," because I knew my mom, who is also a nurse, had type 2 diabetes. Had. She was lucky enough to catch it early and kick it so hard where it counts, it's never come back. Now, she's a lovely, lively lady in her 80s, diabetes-free, and ridiculously healthy. I also knew there'd been revolutionary new research into type 2 diabetes. Yet what I discovered was so stunning, it changed everything I thought I knew about diabetes. I even had to throw away all Mom's old meal plans because it blew away a lot of what I can only call disinformation that seems deliberately designed to prevent you from reversing type 2 diabetes. These discoveries that are already being buried made reversing Frida's diabetes without expensive medications, nasty side effects, or even deprivation practically foolproof. Now you can do the same thing because I'm going to reveal everything to you in this presentation. So prepare to be shocked, infuriated, and scrumptiously surprised. Just like Melissa, whose diabetes was killing her. I had calluses from all the pinpricks of blood draws, a lot of tingling pain from nerve damage, and I was always broke, paying for prescription drugs. Thanks to the sugar detox solution and a few top-notch supplements, my doctor let me cut back on my insulin and statins and blood thinners, then stop entirely. I've lost 48 pounds just in 5 months, and my medical expenses dropped with my weight. I'm enjoying the energy, extra money, and some pretty new clothes. My husband, my kids, and I all love the food. It's such a treat to start my day with a nice cup of rich hot cocoa. Melissa B., Philadelphia, 42. Cocoa, of course, is packed with precious polyphenolic flavonoids that boost heart health and sensitize your cells to insulin. Add cinnamon for its tongue-tingling flavor and powerful antioxidants that reduce insulin resistance. Add a splash of vanilla for its warm, calming scent and sweet taste. And you've got a recipe for more energy, better health, and feeling years, even decades younger. Sugar lie number 3. This one kills people. Officially, we don't know what causes type 2 diabetes. Is it genetics or too many calories, lack of exercise, or even being poor? Unofficially, the true culprit has been known for literally centuries, beginning with the Ayurvedic physicians of ancient India. Of course, type 1 diabetes, the type you're born with, can never be completely reversed, yet we know what causes type 2, which you develop, like my wife Frida did. Whether you can't produce enough insulin to properly metabolize sugar, or belly fat clogs your insulin ducts, or if your body has produced so much insulin you can no longer respond to it, which is called insulin resistance, thanks to 2 revolutionary studies that will absolutely transform your life. In this first one, Dr. Sanjay Basu, Rhodes Scholar and Assistant Professor of Medicine at Stanford, one of the world's great universities, led a team that proved one thing, and one thing only, causes type 2. It's not how much you eat, or weigh, or exercise, or how much money you have, or even your genetics. It's sugar. The more sugar we eat, the more of us get type 2 diabetes. The less sugar we eat, the less of us develop type 2, and some people's diabetes just goes away. Because diabetes rates always follow sugar consumption worldwide. So, how much sugar do Americans eat? 128.9 pounds a year, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. 5.65 ounces, about 4.5 cans of soda, almost 3/4 of a cup of sugar, each and every day. And like most people, you probably didn't even know it, because the sugar and processed food industries hide it under dozens of innocent names in foods you would never, ever suspect, that I'll share with you so you'll never be fooled again. Because sugar does something disturbing to your appetite, which I'll explain when I get to that second mind-blowing, life-changing study. Now, everyone's different, but no one, absolutely no one, can handle these huge amounts of daily sugar. And this is where I get into serious legal trouble if I'm not super careful. Sugar lie number 2. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, says only a drug can legally claim to prevent, treat, diagnose, or cure a disease. Which is why Big Pharma seems to be running wall-to-wall ads for insulin, especially the expensive stuff. So, here's the unvarnished truth. Diabetes drugs absolutely save lives and limbs, yet they only treat the symptoms of diabetes. They can't cure it. Because type 2 diabetes is sugar poisoning, which means you can stop type 2 diabetes cold, even reverse it completely, which is why hundreds of thousands of people have completely reversed their type 2 diabetes and made their type 1 diabetes, the type you're born with, dramatically easier to manage. Below, I've linked to just 3 of an ever-growing number of studies of people who freed themselves from diabetes after years of struggle, dramatically reduced their insulin dosage in just 2 weeks, stopped taking diabetes drugs after just 3 weeks. And best of all, detoxing from sugar poisoning still allows you to enjoy the right sugar in the right ways. When I knew that one thing, literally just one thing, was poisoning Frida, destroying her vision and threatening to destroy our family, I went to work. Of course, smaller medical bills equals bigger bank accounts. However, right now, would you take a moment to imagine what it's like to swap the daily cycle of needle pricks and blood sugar readings and pills and insulin shots, and the ever more expensive medications that usually make you gain weight for losing weight you never thought you could, and wearing the smaller, cuter clothes you want to, thanks to an apple pie breakfast shake? Because apples help your overworked pancreas and warming ginger adds a wonderful flavor that aids in blood sugar control. Or a morning orange nut cup, loaded with chia seeds, a true superfood, packed with precious omega-3 fatty acids that calm inflammation and stabilize your blood sugar so you can stay satisfied for hours. And if anything, that yummy sounds too good to be true, a groundbreaking study published in the journal Steroids found men and women who enjoyed nourishing sweets as part of a good breakfast lost up to 34 pounds more than those who didn't. Now, type 2 diabetes and the heart disease, cancer, stroke, and Alzheimer's that come along for the ride, they do invisible damage, but you can actually see them coming in the form of belly fat, the least attractive, least healthy fat there is. Of course, it's perfectly normal to want to look good. So, if that's important to you, prepare yourself for sugar lie number 1. The biggest lie ever told about sugar. It may make you throw your scale through the window, then jump for joy. Because the biggest sugar lie told is, a calorie is a calorie, and all calories count equally. No, they don't. Not even close. There is one calorie that, when you eat it, makes you, your muscles, and your brain famished, ravenous, starving. It's not fat or protein. Healthy natural fats and proteins do more than repair every cell in your body. They make you feel full, satiated, calm, content. It's sugar. Sugar is instant energy for every cell in your body, and high blood sugar levels are poison for every cell in your body, except for cancer cells, which crave sugar like a fighter jet on afterburners craves fuel. So when you eat foods high in sugar, your body releases a flood of insulin to store that excess blood sugar in your fat cells, taking you on a roller coaster ride, from a sugar rush to sugar crash, leaving you craving yet more sugar so you can feel normal, with the aches and pains and bad sleep that come along with these inflammatory jolts of energy. That's right. Sugar specifically feeds body fat, which doesn't just sit there. It's hungry for sugar. And it makes you hungry because the more body fat you have, the more calories are locked away from your brain and your body, away from you, so you can't use those calories or burn that body fat for fuel, no matter how hard you exercise. And to make things worse, your body often stores that fat in the least attractive, most unhealthy place inside your belly, where it squashes your vital organs, like your pancreas, blocking your insulin ducts and driving type 2 diabetes. That's why belly fat is so deadly. So let me say this again. Sugar feeds fat because insulin locks energy you need away in fat cells, which makes you tired and hungry, and craving more sugar to feel better, which makes you more tired and fatter and hungrier. That's not a vicious circle. That's a downward spiral. So if you weigh more than you want and feel hungry all the time, if you've tried everything and nothing works, now you know why. It's not your willpower or your genes or the wrong exercise. It's not you. Your metabolism has been totally hijacked by the only calorie that makes you hungrier for eating it. Because food manufacturers know two things. The more sugar they add, the more you eat, and the more money they make. Which is why 70% of Americans are overweight or obese. Yet there's a secret. Wickedly wonderful and deliciously delightful. They don't want you to know. But first, I'm sure you want to know. What happens when you cut the sugar? Dr. Robert Lustig decided to find out. Professor of Pediatrics in the Division of Endocrinology at the University of California, San Francisco, another of the world's very great universities, he was sick and tired of seeing kids with diabetes. So he did a study of 43 kids, all heartbreakingly obese and with metabolic syndrome, that fast track to Alzheimer's, stroke, type 2 diabetes, cancer and heart disease, and an early, painful death. He gave them a special diet that had the same number of calories they were already eating without the sugar, and they got better. Their blood sugar and insulin levels dropped. Their triglycerides and low-density lipoproteins, or bad cholesterol, which are extremely accurate warning signs of heart disease, dropped. When many of the kids started naturally losing weight, he asked them to eat more to keep their weight stable, and they still got better. While the kids who tried to eat just their normal amounts of food, 33 of them, a whopping 76% couldn't, because they weren't hungry, even though they were growing kids. In other words, because their bodies could actually use those calories, they were less hungry, so they ate less, lost weight without trying to, and began reversing their metabolic syndrome without drugs in just 9 days. Well, what about adults? A 2012 study in the prestigious Journal of the American Medical Association of overweight and obese adults aged 21 to 40 found they burned 325 calories more a day on a diet high in healthy proteins and fats, which are hard for your body to convert to blood sugar, compared to the diet high in carbs that are easy for your body to convert. So, where did their bodies find those extra 325 calories? Their stored body fat. Once liberated from the sugar-insulin fat-storing cycle, their bodies were able to burn the same number of calories they would have if they walked very briskly for an hour. So, even though the sugar detox solution is not a diet, I need to warn you. You may be pleasantly shocked to find yourself losing up to 7 pounds in 7 days, especially that literally deadly belly fat, without trying to, because this is what happens when you free your metabolism to function normally. It certainly happened to Frida. And me, because I love the sweet stuff too, and I was starting to show it, as we obsessed over her blood sugar readings for 10 terrifying days, keeping our secret to ourselves so we didn't scare our kids. Because no one plans on going blind from diabetes, yet tens of thousands of good people just like you do every single year, and Frida nearly joined them, and I was following her. We both got better, and Frida got even better. Her blood sugar readings dropped and steadied in the healthy range. Her blood sugar and triglycerides dropped. She slept better and had more energy when she was awake. And while she always has looked mighty fine to me, thanks to 7 pounds just slipping away in just 7 days, she looks amazing, far better than most women her age, which is fantastic for her. And I had to take in my belt too, which she definitely likes. A few weeks later, after dessert, yes, that's right, detoxing from sugar includes luscious desserts like a rich vanilla mug cake that's incredibly easy to make, because almost everyone enjoys sweet treats, and enjoying them is perfectly fine if you use the right sugars. Frida and I took an evening walk, which naturally helps your body control blood sugar so you can have your cake and eat it too. And I was counting my blessings when my wise, wonderful wife said, "I'm a nurse. You're a scientist." And we got lucky. So many people never have a chance. So many people are so desperate to fix the problem, rather than cover it up with pills and shots. You know how much work this is going to be. I'll help. And so I'm thrilled to reveal the sugar detox solution to you. If you know you're ready to take charge of your health today, click that big orange Add to Cart button right now. Because I'm pretty certain you'll wonder why you waited when I reveal everything you're getting. And because your satisfaction is completely, unconditionally, 100% guaranteed, no questions asked, ever. All my contact information, including my email, stu@thesugardetoxsolution.com, will be in your receipt, and I'm very easy to get a hold of. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll respond promptly, no matter what. Because the sugar detox solution isn't just a solution. It's the only solution, and you're going to love it. It's specifically designed by a real-life scientist and nutritionist who spent his entire professional life using the healing powers of food and medicine to help people. based on the latest clinically proven scientific research to eliminate with laser-like precision the 1 calorie that causes type 2 diabetes, drives cancer and heart disease, feeds fat cells, and leaves you famished and fatigued, then hurt and sick, so you can free yourself from the hassle and pain of blood sugar readings and needle sticks, the expensive type 2 diabetes, blood pressure and cholesterol medications, fear of complications and cancer, aches and pains of simply carrying far more weight than you were ever meant to, and revel in the good health, stable energy, calm mood, clear thoughts, and sweet, deep, refreshing sleep that come when you defeat diabetes fast and for sure. And enjoy all the amazing activities you'll have the energy to do again, or maybe for the first time, and the confidence that comes with feeling better, looking better, and wearing the clothes you want. And then I take it from the best in class to absolutely extraordinary, because I designed it for real people, living real lives on a real budget, who enjoy good food. And because Frida, our kids, and me were all chow hounds, you know it's more than family friendly. It's got the family seal of approval. We took the plan that saved Frida's sight, that I used to keep myself from growing a spare tire and developing type 2 diabetes like my mom, that makes it easy for our kids to eat right while getting out the door on time, and fine-tuned it so almost anyone can use it to detox from diabetes safely, easily, and effortlessly for the long term, as the pounds slip away, so you can slash your medical costs while enjoying radiant, natural good health and abundant energy, and looking better too. Every recipe in the sugar detox solution tastes great, because that's super important. Uses ingredients that are inexpensive and easy to find. Is so easy to make. If you can read this in boil water, it'll turn out perfect for you, while you'll never go hungry or feel deprived. These recipes break the insulin cycle that drives fat storing and hunger, so your body can heal, while you enjoy that sweet taste we all love thanks to luscious fruits, sweet herbs like mint to accelerate fat metabolism, spices like vanilla to calm stress eating, and healthy natural sweeteners, without spending more money or time than you probably already do. Completely done for you in plain English. Here's how it works. You get a complete overview of how your body actually handles sugar, as well as all the supposedly healthy places it's hiding, all the innocent-sounding names it's hiding under, and all the vegetables that spike your blood sugar and make you fat. The plain ingredient that does almost as much damage as sugar, the sugar-laden health drinks that have just as much sugar as soda. Normally, covering all these issues with the fantastic family doctor runs about $250. Then you ease into the sugar detox itself. And make no mistake, you've got this, because all you're doing is allowing your body to function naturally, thanks to a short and sweet preparation guide. And then for 10 days, you'll enjoy rich shakes like Nuts About Cherries or the Raspberry Mint Cooler, packed with sweet, ripe fruits, healthy fats, and protein to completely satisfy your tummy and your taste buds. Filling, savory snacks like our cold meat wraps, so simple and delightful, while hearty, flavorful, family-friendly dinners like chicken breast with basil pesto or lamb chops with roasted tomatoes will please everyone. A budget-friendly ingredient list makes shopping a breeze, and clear instructions mean each recipe is fast and easy to make and guaranteed to be great, even if you've never cooked before, so your entire family can enjoy the blessings of good health. Of course, you can easily spend $300 on fake juice cleanses saturated with sugar or starvation diets that make things worse. But do you really want to? And most detoxes drop you like a hot potato once you're done. Does that sound very helpful? That's why the Sugar Detox Solution helps you thrive and survive in a world where big food does its sneaky best to feed you 3/4 of a cup of pure sugar each and every day. And because it usually takes 21 days for your good new habits to take root, you get a 21-day, family-friendly blood sugar repair plan, so you and your family can continue enjoying the blessings of vigorous good health for your years to come. And just like the 10-day detox, every ingredient, even superfoods used for thousands of years by ancient civilizations to help control blood sugar, is easy to find and easy on your wallet. And every taste-tested, fantastic recipe has simple, step-by-step instructions to guarantee great results. 21 days of sweet, satisfying breakfast shakes like the Blueberry Nutmeg Dream, mouth-watering lunches like meatloaf muffins and mushroom burgers taste better than fast food ever can. Snacks like sweet, yes, sweet and spicy mixed nuts for those midday pick-me-ups. And savory dinners like spicy chicken carbonara and garlic mushroom egg wraps are simply satisfying. Because this is food you'll love, and all the recipes are vegan and vegetarian friendly, while most are naturally gluten-free. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about dessert, because in just a moment, I'm going to tell you about some very special sweet treats you're in store for. Yes, you heard me right. Now, a registered dietitian would charge you about $180 for the blood sugar repair plan alone, but you get even more. Everyday eating covers the simple how-tos of day-to-day eating in a world filled with foods deliberately designed to give you diabetes. These how-tos include food cycling for blood sugar control and weight loss, delicious herbs and spices that lower blood sugar, 5 body weight metabolism boosting exercises, no equipment required, 7 foolproof ways to eat great all day, every day, and much, much more in an easy-to-follow format that a registered dietitian would charge you about $60 for. I haven't even mentioned the 3 surprise gifts I have for you, and the sugar detox solution is already worth $790. However, to celebrate its public release, the sugar detox solution is yours today for a ridiculously low price that makes it a stupendous value. So go ahead and click the button below, because I promise you, even though I drew upon my decades of experience as a nutritionist and pharmaceutical chemist, as well as a husband and dad on a schedule and a budget whose family loves food, to make sure this works, saving you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical expenses and lost income, as well as years of fear, pain, and suffering, you won't pay anywhere near that. Then, I'm going to give you 3 incredible bonuses that turn the sugar detox solution into an incredible hack to add happy years to your life and happy life to your years. And I'm saving the best bonus for last, while adding a secret bonus that targets one of the most important causes of diabetes, yet is almost completely ignored. Bonus number 3, how to detox from sugar in 10 minutes or less. If you're short on time or just ready to do it, jump in and let's go. Normally, this is valued at $17. Exercise reduces insulin resistance so your body can produce less, helping break the insulin fat storage cycle. Yet, the electric jolts of energy produced by the sugar roller coaster often cause people significant aches and pains. And if you've been battling diabetes, you're probably not ready to hit the gym just yet. The solution? Bonus number 2, Sugar Detox Yoga. Suitable for almost everyone, regardless of your health situation, will safely and gently invigorate you, releasing the day's stress and tension, increasing insulin sensitivity, accelerating your metabolism so you burn fat, especially the belly fat that smothers your vital organs and chokes your insulin-producing pancreas, while toning and trimming your body so you start looking better as you feel better. And it's completely free, even though exercise programs of this quality usually run $47. Bonus number 1, the one you've probably been waiting for. Delicious Desserts is packed with 25 terrific recipes you're going to love. Delectable delicacies like mint chocolate chip pudding, berries with real whipped cream, and strawberry crumble, balanced natural sweeteners with rich flavors and luscious healthy fats to satisfy even the biggest sweet tooth or teeth without releasing a flood of insulin. And you'll discover the foolproof way you can make any dessert blood sugar safe and tastier. Normally, you'd pay $27 for a great dessert cookbook like this, but today it's yours, free, bringing the total value of the sugar detox solution and all its bonuses to $881. Available nowhere else. Not on Amazon, not in any bookstore or other website. Only here, only today, through this video presentation, at this amazing value that won't last long. Because you won't pay $881 for the sugar detox solution, even though many people pay that much a month for insulin alone, until they can't pay anymore. Don't get me started about cancer treatments for $10,000 a month, the 20% of a quad bypass that Medicare doesn't cover, which is easily $65,000 if you're eligible for Medicare, or the thousands and thousands of dollars people spend on weight loss gimmicks and gadgets and chemical-laden processed diet foods that don't work because they can't work. Of course, you can do this on your own. The information is definitely out there, although just one peer-reviewed medical journal article can easily run you $50. I bought plenty while creating a month-long budget and time-friendly meal plan that's delicious, satisfying, and nutritious. Takes hours. While I don't know how you'd value the 10 years of your life that's the average theft of time diabetes steals from you, I do know the sugar detox solution can easily save you about $7,900, which is the average cost of diabetes each and every year if you've been diagnosed with diabetes. Help slash your risk of a heart attack or stroke or cancer or Alzheimer's while you shed weight you never thought you could, up to 7 pounds in 7 days, so you can live the happy, healthy life you deserve with the people you love. That's the true value of the sugar detox solution. My doctor and I joke I found the fountain of youth. When I hit menopause, I really wanted to skip the weight gain so many women go through, and the diabetes it seems everyone I know has. Well, the food tastes great and it's super easy to make, which is important because I work 60-hour weeks. I had my annual physical, and my doctor is thrilled with my blood work, thanks to this and the supplements they suggested. I'm so happy to go from 167 to 147, halfway to my goal of 127. I'm sleeping better. I have loads more energy and my skin is much clearer. This really works. Beth H., 51, Springfield, Virginia. The tremendous results you've been hearing about are no accident. They're what happens when you feed your body, rather than your fat cells or diabetes. Now that you know the sugar detox solution can work for you too, because it works with your metabolism rather than against it, and because diabetes can be swift, silent, and deadly, go ahead and click the button below to start using the sugar detox solution today. Because it's priced at just $37, a staggeringly good 96% discount. So, right now, go ahead and click the button below and grab your copy of the Sugar Detox Solution along with your free gifts at the I Need My Head Examined price of $37, because diabetes can be a doomsday clock silently ticking down to midnight inside your body. So go ahead and click the Add to Cart button below to be taken to a secure order form where you can enter your details. When you do, you'll be guided through a secure checkout process enabling you to begin your sugar detox and your healthier, happier life today, completely risk-free. Then enjoy your total transformation as the sugar detox solution jumpstarts your metabolism and your body begins driving down your bad numbers and shedding pounds, reversing the unhealthy, unattractive, unpleasant symptoms of metabolic syndrome and diabetes. so you can torch your unwanted and unhealthy belly fat, slashing your risk of heart disease and cancer, stroke and Alzheimer's, and enjoy the happy, carefree life that's possible only with glowing good health. And to protect every penny of your hard-earned cash, you can try the Sugar Detox Solution totally risk-free. Because it's the right thing to do, I'm going to absorb all the risk for you. You have 60 days to enjoy the Sugar Detox Solution and revel in how much better you naturally look and feel. And during that time, if for any reason at all, you're unhappy with the Sugar Detox Solution, I'll refund 100% of your money. No questions asked, while everything is yours to keep as my thank you gift for taking charge of your health. My email is stu@thesugardetoxsolution.com, and all my contact information, along with that email, will be on your receipt. I'm very easy to get a hold of, and I'd love to hear from you. I hope you'll share all your questions and successes with me, because I'll be here for you every step of the way. So prepare to say goodbye to all the damage sugar has done to your body and all the fat it has piled on you, to painful blood tests and drugs with nasty side effects and hefty price tags, and say hello to food, glorious food with its amazing flavors, tongue-tingling spices and savory herbs, and the true sweetness of fruits and even vegetables. Say hello again to deep, refreshing sleep and boundless, stable energy, and feeling and looking great, the way you were meant to. As your body heals from the inside out, from your pancreas all the way to the ends of the nerves in your hands and feet, and the fine blood vessels of your eyes and brain. At first, I was real skeptical because I'd always heard you can't cure diabetes and it always gets worse. But my insulin was going up and up and up, even though I was rationing it and wondering when I'd lose a leg like my cousin or my kidneys like my other cousin. When I found this and I realized I got nothing to lose. Well, my diabetes and 41 pounds so far, my doctor is amazed. I wish my cousin had had this. I wish I'd had this years ago, so why are you waiting? Julienne, 54, Atlanta, Georgia. Now you can enjoy your own life-changing, life-enhancing results. Just grab your copy of the Sugar Detox Solution and your bonuses at this ridiculously good value. Do it today. Do it right now, because an invisible clock is running silently in your body, and you never know when the alarm will sound. So click the button below, because you are completely covered by my no questions asked 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. Of course, it's your decision. However, no one plans on developing diabetes, or the blindness and kidney disease and amputations and painful nerve damage that type 2 diabetes causes, or a heart attack or stroke. No one plans for the cancer and the Alzheimer's that go hand in hand with type 2 diabetes. And I don't think anyone enjoys the dozens of extra pounds, the aches and pains and wrecked shoulders and hips and knees that come with being overweight or obese. Yet, 40% of us are now obese. 2 out of every 5, and more of us are developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease and stroke, cancer, and even Alzheimer's, often at younger and younger ages, when even our own parents didn't have to fight these ravages. As the saying you've probably heard many times over goes, it's got to be something in our food. And yes, it is. Sugar. 128.9 pounds a year, almost 6 ounces a day, hidden under a crazy number of names in dozens of healthy foods you eat, each and every day, a literally poisonous amount. You can keep taking toxic drugs that can only treat the symptoms of sugar poisoning, along with unpleasant side effects that make your life worse, that you have to pay for, while trying to eat less and exercise more when you're always hungry and always tired. Or you can cleanse your body of the poison with great food that resets your metabolism while losing up to 7 pounds in 7 days, while returning sugar to its rightful place as a sweet treat and pure delight, rather than a poison that literally fills your body with pain. The choice is yours. I did the sugar detox for my health, but I also lost 12 pounds, practically all in my gut. I never went hungry and the food is delicious. I never knew how many flavors there were before this. This is a great program that does what it says it does. Do it. You'll be thrilled you did, and so will your wife. Trust me on this, guys. Sam T, 68, Dallas. I hope you'll join Sam and Julie and all the rest of us by making the right choice, the wise choice for yourself and everyone who loves and depends on you. So go ahead, click the button below, and let's get started today.